The Brady family gets their curiosity aroused when Jan gets a locket from a secret admirer on the Brady Bunch Hour today at 5 on Channel 48.
Why are people always so afraid of the simple truth? Why do they always hem and haw?
Oh, Derek, you're people too.
Sure, I'm human. Human enough to be hurt when somebody tells me one thing and then does something else.
Meaning me, I assume.
You know how many dates you've broken in the past 2 weeks? Well, don't bother to figure it out. I'll tell you. All of them.
I've had a very good reason for every date.
You've had good reasons, all right. You've had different reasons for each date. Now, why don't you just tell me the one real reason?
Because there is no one real reason.
I think there is. I think you found yourself another man.
What?
Excuse me, I've got to make a call.
Coward.
Hello, Mike.
Yes, who's this? Oh, Derek?
Now, Mike, I don't want you to get your hopes up, but I've got some new information out of San Francisco. I tried to call you when I was at the office, but you weren't home then.
I just got home this minute. What is it?
The San Francisco police have another cab driver who identified a passenger fitting Nancy's description. He picked her up at her hotel.
Oh, when?
Well, it was the same night that she arrived. Now, unfortunately, it was a gypsy cab, and they don't keep exact records the way licensed cabs do.
Why would Nancy take a gypsy cab?
I don't know that, Mike. Maybe she didn't recognize the difference herself if she was in a hurry, but he remembered about the time he picked her up, and coincidentally, it's the same time that she was supposed to have arrived.
Now, what does that mean? That she got out of one cab and into another? But why?
I don't know that either, Mike. But the big unanswered question is, where did he take her, since he doesn't have the faintest recollection?
Derek, are they sure about the description?
Yeah, they're pretty sure, Mike. He identified the bracelet you gave Nancy.
What are you doing with that?
Did you say something, Mrs. Carr?
What are you doing with my bracelet?
The Edge of Night is brought to you by High Point Decaffeinated Coffee with hearty, robust flavor to decaffeinate the ones you love. And by Zest, the deodorant bar that leaves no sticky soap film so you feel really clean.
Can the Zest tub test convince Gary Comer to give up his soap? He's just drained and rinsed 2 tubs. In one, his soap. In the other, deodorant Zest.
Well, my soap hasn't rinsed clean. It's sticky, almost gummy. I don't feel anything. Feels clean. The Zest is going to rinse cleaner.
Then we asked Gary to try Zest at home.
It was a full lather. I felt that it had rinsed clean. I wasn't carrying residue with me. I felt clean.
Give up soap and feel cleaner with deodorant Zest.
I intend to use it. There's no doubt about it.
Start out his day in a special way. Be there at 3 on the dot. Put in new ribbons when you braid her hair. Little things mean a lot.
The little things I do for my family really do mean a lot. So I care about everything that touches our lives, like white cloud.
White cloud?
Uh-huh. I can't buy a softer bathroom tissue.
So?
Well, white cloud's more than soft. It's made of 2 full, fluffy plies. And you know 2 are more than
1.
And watch this. See?
Wow.
White cloud's the most absorbent. Softness, fullness, and absorbency. They're all little things that add up to white cloud quality for this family.
Mom.
White cloud, because little things mean a lot.
Please be quiet, Mrs. Carr. You're supposed to be asleep.
That's All I do is sleep.
Yes, well, that's what the shot was for, to make sure you get a good night's sleep. Obviously, it wasn't strong enough. Maybe you need a little booster.
Oh, no. No, no, please, no, no. Why do you have my bracelet? You can't do... You're a thief.
Please, watch your language, Mrs. Carr. We didn't want you here in the first place, as you well know. It seems to me an uninvited guest should show some courtesy.
A guest? Is that what I am?
Well, perhaps patient would be the better word, although you are certainly the most uncooperative patient I've ever had to deal with.
Hey, Beth. How we doing in here?
I have told you, don't call me Beth.
Whatever you say, Mrs. B. She's awake, huh?
Yes, and being very uncooperative. I'm sorry the doctor didn't order a second shot.
Why don't you just ask him?
He's with Mr. Kincaid.
I want to see Dr. Bryson. I want to talk to him.
I have told you that is impossible.
See him? I can't believe a doctor would let you treat me like this. Abusing me. Stealing from me.
Stealing? Stealing what?
Mrs. Carr is referring to her bracelet, which she thinks I have stolen.
Well, maybe you ought to put it back.
You're as bad as she is. All right, Mrs. Carr. Here's your bracelet. Satisfied?
I want to talk to the doctor. I want to report your behavior.
Well, you go right ahead, Mrs. Carr.
You see, it won't do you any good, Mrs. Carr. She's married to the doctor. And if you want to know who wears the pants in the family...
Shut up.
Temper, temper. Oh. Now, you two girls try to get along a little better. I have more important business to take care of.
Good. Good night, Mrs. Carr. Sleep well. We'll look in on you later.
Merry Christmas, darling.
Oh, it's beautiful, Mike. It's absolutely magnificent.
Well, it's really beautiful now that you're wearing it.
Hello.
Hi, Sharkey.
I thought you liked surprises.
Where are you, anyway?
I'm on the job, honey, making multo dollaros. Now, I never made so much money in my life for doing so little work. It's too bad you ain't around to get some of the fringe benefits.
Is that why you called to tell me how rich you are?
No. I just called to make sure you weren't messing up on me. I hope you're taking the advice I gave you. Stop talking to people.
Look, Sharkey, you got nothing to worry about. Believe it or not, I got better things to talk about than you. I'd like to forget that I ever knew you.
But that isn't so easy, is it?
With you, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, whatever. I just wanted to make sure you understood. You see, the doctor who runs this place, he doesn't like people talking about it. You see, we get all these, well, famous people, celebrities, movie stars, whatnot. He doesn't want a bunch of screaming groupies, you know, climbing over the wall or something.
Isn't that why you got your electric fence?
You just do what I say and stay nice and quiet. Maybe one of these days I'll drop by and make you real happy.
The only way you could make me real happy is by dropping dead.
You don't mean that. I know how you feel about me. You sure no one's been asking?
No, why should there be?
I don't know. If one reporter's interested, maybe two might be.
No, there have been no reporters around, okay?
Hello?
April, come in.
Oh, gosh. Where's it?
What are you doing out in a night like this?
I happen to be in the neighborhood.
I'll take it.
Thought I'd come by and, see if I could do anything for you. How's that?
Well, it was very sweet of you, but you really shouldn't have.
Well, you got a lot on your mind right now, and I thought maybe I could do something to help go shopping, or how about I take you out for dinner?
Well, okay, but first, why don't you sit down?
Okay.
Mike, I want to know about the...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had company.
I think you two know each other.
Sometimes I wonder.
Oh, Mr. Brady, did you see there's more flu reported? And I think I'm coming down with it.
Flu? You should know about 6612.
6612?
Right. These help 6 symptoms. This one's 6.
And Dristan relieves 12? No way.
Look, Bayer or Tylenol help these 6 symptoms. Contact these 6. But Dristan relieves all 12 of these flu symptoms.
12 flu symptoms? I'll try the Dristan.
Dristan tablets relieve 12 flu symptoms.
Yuck. It was ugly. I didn't want to show my wart to anybody.
Beatrice had warts. Compound W got rid of them.
It was right here. It was terrible. It was disgusting, really. I told my mother about it, and she looked at it. She bought Compound W.
Used daily, Compound W dissolves warts away, quickly, in just days. Prevents spreading, too.
I didn't think it would work, but then I tried it, and it worked.
Compound W gets rid of warts.
It made it disappear. It went away.
No, I'm afraid the news hasn't been very encouraging. But I did get a call from Derek Mallory about a second cab driver who saw Nancy in front of that hotel in San Francisco.
That cab obviously picked her up just after she got there.
Well, that sounds strange.
Well, it sounds as if she got to the hotel and then changed her mind, but God knows why.
Mike, wait a second. The man, the cab driver, could be mistaken.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But that bracelet I gave Nancy for Christmas seems to stick in everybody's memory. Look, I'm becoming a monomaniac on this subject. I've talked about nothing else since Draper got here.
But, Mike, that's what I came to talk about.
Yeah, but it seems to me I promised you a drink about 20 minutes ago.
I'll help myself.
No. I'll get it. Just have to get some ice. Be right back.
Well, it's really awful about Nancy, isn't it?
Yes, I get this empty feeling inside every time I think of it.
Well, what do you really think about it? Do you think there's any hope?
Well, there's always hope.
Now, that sounds pessimistic.
Let's face it, there's not much to be cheerful about.
Sure there is. There's Nicole. I mean, the news about Nicole's wonderful.
Yeah, I heard about Nicole, but frankly, I was hoping for other good news, if you know what I mean.
Listen, I think there's something I should tell you about.
About what?
I spoke to Nancy about our problem. Well, listen, she already knew about it, but she wanted to know if there's anything she could do to help.
Is there anything anyone can do to help?
Well, Nancy thought it would be worthwhile trying to see if there was any possibility if Emily was lying.
Where did she get that idea?
Come on, I'm not talking about Emily's pregnancy. I'm talking about your paternity. You told me yourself you have no recollection of ever being intimate with Emily. You even told Logan that.
Look, April, I know you don't like to face it, but Emily and I, we had to have slept together. And regardless of what you feel about Emily, you have to recognize the fact that she is naive and unsophisticated.
I know that is how she wants you to see her, but I happen to have seen a completely
April, I'm not going to argue about this anymore.
All right, listen. The only reason I'm telling you any of this is because Nancy thought it would be helpful to go to the hospital and ask some questions there, find out what Emily's life was like.
April, she was in a public wing of a hospital, watched day and night. What are you trying to tell me? She had a lover there?
Well, as a matter of fact, Nancy did find out that there was a man she knew, became friendly enough to help her escape from the hospital.
Like, I appreciate Nancy's concern and her help, but that is not the answer to our problem. I hope she didn't waste any more time dealing with this.
Well, obviously she didn't. She went to San Francisco.
All right. What would you like to drink?
Nothing for me, Mike, thank you.
Draper? Scotch, Mike. You know, I'm grateful for you two coming over tonight, for the company. And it means a lot to see you two together again. Just wish we could make it a foursome.
Losed my head. I would have taken Jody to a good Italian restaurant. At least that way I could have understood the menu.
Hey, you're in a good Italian restaurant right now. Salud.
Well, the truth is I'm just as happy with pizza as I am with the fancy French dinner.
Now she tells me I could have saved $50.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I mean, Kelly, that was a very special occasion, and I'll never forget it. And this is a very special occasion, the three of us being here together.
Only, it should really be a foursome. I keep telling Gavin we're gonna have to find him a girl.
Yeah, there's a lot of pretty girls in the studio all the time.
Except the one he wants.
Hey, how about another slice?
I smell flowers.
New dishwashing liquid.
Oh, fresh. But for that grease, you'll need Dawn.
Wrong. New fresh scent Dawn.
Watch. Half a cup of grease added to dishwater. Dawn breaks up grease, surrounds it, takes grease out of your way, helps keep it from settling back.
Dishes don't feel greasy.
Or my hands.
No flowers, huh?
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
And now, the smell's even better.
How about a cup?
Coffee, great.
It's decaffeinated.
Not so great.
Come on, you don't need the caffeine.
But I want my flavor.
Flavor is the way I'm going to decaffeinate you. With this, High Point.
Well...
It's hearty. You see these flakes?
Uh-huh.
Well, they mean hearty flavor. What do you think?
High Point's got my kind of flavor. Delicious.
And I've got my kind of husband, decaffeinated.
Let the hearty, robust flavor of High Point decaffeinate the ones you love.
Hey, your folks got a new set of wheels.
Come on! We brought you something.
Puritan oil?
Puritan is part of our diet to fight cholesterol.
And it makes food taste great.
I use corn oil. Puritan has more polyunsaturates than corn oil. It also looks lighter. Tastes lighter.
Delicious. You young folks really know what's cooking.
Puritan, a delicious part of your diet to fight cholesterol.
No, Nicole isn't going to come right home. Miles arranged for her to go to Key West so she can recuperate.
Now that sounds like a great idea. Nice, warm climate.
Yeah, it really does sound like a great idea. I wish someone would prescribe that for me.
What's the matter? Is your leg bothering you?
Yeah, it's only the weather. It kicks up when it rains. No pun intended. Actually, it only hurts when I play soccer.
And since you don't play soccer.
Right.
All right, you guys can joke about this, but, you know, I really feel for you. I know what kind of pain that is, especially when you are...
Hey, quit worrying, huh? I'm a choreographer now. I'm not a dancer. I'm the guy who tells the dancers what to do. It's a nice, easy job.
No, it isn't a nice, easy job. It's really hard work.
Yeah, but he loves it. Don't you, Gavin?
It's not so bad. Be a lot easier if most dancers didn't have brains in their ankles.
You have a lot of nerve. Just for that no sense.
Hey! It's his third.
Yeah, but who's counting?
Oh, come on.
You know, this is nice. I mean, I'm sorry the rain bothers your leg, but, well, I kind of like to listen to it beating against the window. And the three of us are in here.
Yeah, the three of us.
Well, I feel so good I want to dance.
Not on a full stomach.
Oh, come on, I didn't even have one full slice.
Why don't you enjoy yourself? So, you seen Martine lately?
As a matter of fact, I have. Last night.
Hey, you see? You don't get what you want in this world unless you ask for it.
Yeah? Well, I did ask for something. I asked her if there was any possible way she was ever going to leave Sky Whitney.
What was her answer?
She didn't answer. That was her way of saying never.
Derek, I just don't understand you. I mean, a couple of broken dates. Why do you take it so seriously?
Because of what it meant.
You don't know what it means. Maybe I was just trying to be more interesting to you.
How?
You're so silly sometimes. I hope you never have to catch a brilliant woman criminal because you don't stand a chance.
Well, please enlighten me. I'm always eager to learn more about women, especially from such a woman.
All right. Haven't you ever heard that makeup and sexy dresses aren't nearly as intriguing to a man as one broken date?
Yes, the image of the unattainable woman, huh?
Yes.
Well, somehow here in Monticello, that just seems like old-fashioned playing hard to get. Now, isn't that it, Raven? Isn't that the game you're playing with me?
Maybe.
Well, maybe you're playing a little bit too hard. Or maybe you don't need a police chief in your life anymore.
What?
Maybe you've just used up all the favors I can do for you.
What a terrible thing to say to me.
Well, then it must be my first theory, that you've gotten yourself another man.
Don't be ridiculous.
Why is that ridiculous? I've heard you can juggle 2 or 3 at the same time.
You are the only man in my life.
I know you, Raven. And even if somebody else has struck your fancy, you still wouldn't let me off your string.
There is nobody. I have not seen a single man.
No? Just married men?
Derek, it's not true. Who have you been talking to?
I've talked to a lot of people.
Well, they're all lying. I don't keep men on strings.
Well, just in case that's what you're thinking, I want you to know that I'm very good at untying my own knots. Just wanted to tell you how I felt before I left.
Aren't you going to kiss me goodbye?
Sure.
I'll call you, and we'll work something out, okay?
Good night.
Good night. Oh, you brazen hussy.
Hi, Mrs. Swift.
Gunther, hello. Yeah, come in. Did you have a message from Sky?
Nope. This is my night off, and I am delivering my own messages.
Have you been drinking, Gunther?
Yeah, at our favorite joint, Mrs. Swift, huh? You remember the place? Right where we had lunch together
Right.
yesterday.
What do you want?
The question is, what do you want? I mean, you were coming on pretty strong with me the other day. Well, here I am.
Some folks get together at a country barbecue. Some folks like their dinner by a window with a view. And to get the good times rolling, one thing comes shining through. It's Reynolds Wrap, the good food wrap for a country that loves its food.
Sometimes plastic wraps cling, sometimes they don't. But you can always rely on Reynolds Wrap, and reheat in it too.
It's Reynolds Wrap, the good food wrap for a country that loves its food.
The game.
The game is to stay in shape.
But you sure worked up a thirst. Oof.
Diet drink?
We've suffered enough.
We can't take that aftertaste.
Not sugar-free Dr. Pepper.
Right! Sugar-free Dr. Pepper.
Tastes fattening, but it's not. It's not like drinks with aftertaste. What a great taste this one's got.
Sugar-free Dr. Pepper.
Tastes fattening, but it's not.
While involved in the top-secret production of America's first jet plane, Linda Carter is surprised by a visitor from Paradise Island on Wonder Woman tonight at 6. Then later, after being taunted by Oscar as being a softie, Murray arrests his poker-playing buddies during a game on The Odd Couple tonight at 11 on Channel 48.
Gunther, I certainly didn't mean to come on to you. I just wanted us to be friends.
Well, sure, that's just what I want. Friendship, hmm?
Right.
Good old friendship.
Right, and I thought that we had a lot in common and that we could kind of put our heads together and help Sky.
Hey, Mr. Whitney don't need any help from us. He's okay. He's got bucks, you know, and when you've got money, everything falls into place.
Gunther, please look. You've just had a few too many drinks and you got the wrong idea.
Hey, baby, I got some great ideas. Just give me a chance to show you.
Gunther, will you stop it?
I'm just a very good friend of Sky's, and I have his interest at heart, and we both agreed that Martine was not in his best interest, remember?
Sure, I remember, yeah.
Right, so that's why I came to the bar to talk, because we both have Sky's best interest at heart.
Hey, don't kid yourself, baby. I've only got my best interests at heart, just like everybody else, including you.
But you work for Sky, you have to be loyal.
Well, you pay me what he does, and I'll be loyal to you. In fact, you don't even have to pay me any money.
Gunther. Gunther, no! You don't want to lose your job, Gunther.
Don't kid you. I'm not going to lose my job.
Gunther,
Whitney needs me.
What if he finds out what you're doing here now? You'll lose your job. He has a big ego, remember? And he does not like people playing around with his property. Right? That's better, Gunther. Now, why don't you just turn around and go home? Or better yet, why don't you go back to the bar that you came from and find yourself another friend?
Hey, you want to know something? I don't think he pays me enough to do the dirty tricks I do for him.
He wouldn't ask you to do anything wrong, Gunther.
Oh, no? Listen, baby, have you ever heard the show business expression, break a leg?
Yes. What did you mean by that?
Nothing.
Yes, you did, Gunther! Gunther, you told me that Gavin Wiley broke his legs. You broke his legs, didn't you?
When tender young turkey is basted with butter, you can practically taste it with your eyes. And strudel layered with butter, you can almost see how good it's going to taste. It's the same with Home Pride Buttertop Wheat, baked with butter, bran, and honey. It looks and tastes like real wheat bread should, because we split the top, add butter, and let it bake right in. Home Pride Buttertop, wheat and white. You can practically taste it with your eyes.
I don't agree with him. For a headache during the day, I use Bayer.
Well, I use Anacin.
And I don't agree with them. I use Tylenol. But for pain at night, we all agree.
Excedrin PM.
Excedrin PM.
Excedrin PM.
Many people who use ordinary pain relievers during the day choose the special relief of Excedrin PM at night because pain at night can keep you awake. See, Excedrin means strong pain relief, and PM means extra help to relax and sleep. So no matter what pain reliever you take during the day, at night, take the special one.
Excedrin PM.